Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today here live from the RVR headquarters in Italy. It's a pleasure. Buenos días a todos, también a los amigos que se están levantando en América Latina. Gracias por estar acá en vivo con nosotros desde la fábrica central de R.V.R. en Bologna, Italia. So today it's another big day for us since we're going to add in our catalog of solution 2 new transmitters, amazing, and we're going to talk about them with our customer service manager, Giulio Becciani, that is in charge for all the customer service here at RVR Elettronica and knows very well those units. It's been a pleasure in having you here and launching those units today, since there are 2 new units with a state-of-the-art technology, and they are going to complete the part of the catalog of solution of the RVR. As you know, RVR is manufacturing FM and radio solution as well, not just transmitter, but as well antennas, combiners, and filter since 1979, and is installing those units worldwide. So those 2 new units will join the catalog, the wide catalog of solution of our company, with the aim of providing always the best for our clients and for the radio broadcasters. For this reason, just talking technically today about those 2 units, the 2 units from the next generation of the TEX series, I do have here with me Giulio Becciani. Good morning, Giulio.
Hello, Matteo. Hello to everyone.
So thank you for joining me today. We're going to see technically the specification of these 2 units. One unit is 2 kilowatt and the second unit is the 2.5 kilowatt from the TEX Next Generation Series. If you remember, we launched in August the 1 kilowatt unit from this series, and now is the time to add those 2 to the catalog. So Giulio, give me an overview. We're going to start talking about the 2.5 kilowatt unit, and give me an overview on this before going in depth technically.
Okay, so those are the 2 units, and they have completely redesigned. It has been a hard work from our technical department. As you could see, there's the new display as we showed in the TEX2003TFT, but also other things we have changed to have a better equipment.
So we are seeing the close shot of the unit. We have both units, the 2.5 and the 2 kilowatt. One is on the back, so you're going to show us the inputs for the audio and the different connectors we do have over here. For all the friends that are connecting right now, we are presenting these 2 new units, TEX2003TFT and then the TEX2503TFT. 2 new units we are going to talk about today and technically oversee everything related to them. So tell me more about those 2 units. What's coming in those 2 units?
Okay, so if you okay, there is the image, sorry. Okay, as you can see in the back, the first thing you could see is the fan who has been placed externally. So this it's a help also for people who's doing service to the equipment. So because they don't have to open completely the equipment to do service, because it's enough to unscrew the fan and remove the connector here and place the new fan, and everything will work.
Okay.
Similar to the internal fan, and where you have only to remove the front panel plate and you have access to the fan. So no need to remove the upper and lower lid, or maybe remove the equipment from the rack.
So basically it's not just a change in terms of technology inside the unit, but we did as well re-engineering of the unit itself externally, just to help the technical people working in the radio station in having a better way to do maintenance, right?
Yes, doing a lot of servicing, so we think about how to get a better equipment and easier equipment to maintain. And the other thing on the back, so they seem the same as the other TEX, the old one, but they are different because we maintain the same audio inputs and signal outputs, but internally they're different. And also we changed the AC socket. We don't have anymore the 3 wire connectors, but we put a socket, a VDA socket for a high current. And also there is a lock mechanism to avoid.
So it's going to be more easy for clients, for technical people, just to plug and play the units.
Yeah, exactly.
Wiring.
Like this one. Okay, that's the socket.
Okay.
And you plug it.
It's a classic VDA?
Yeah, notice it's the strong, high current one. So
okay.
It's a little different, you see. That's the high current, it's 16 amps plug.
So I think we can focus right now on the 2.5 kilowatt unit, just to see what's happened when you turn it on, and then we're going to talk technically. Today we record in the laboratory where you were doing some tests on the unit, some video, so I'm glad you are here with me so we can comment the video together.
Okay.
Yep. So you can comment, okay, we are starting up the unit.
That's the start of the equipment. So now to raise the power, it's enough to go in the PWR menu and click on the percentage and enter, so become red the measurement, and then with the plus go up on the setting and choose the power you want. Then press enter again. So the equipment will raise the output power to the value chosen.
Okay, good to know. In the meanwhile, we already have a comment in Facebook saying it's good to see the power socket made in this way. So of course, we're always trying to improve as well the usability on our products, because we think as well to who's doing maintenance and installation, so that's one of the reasons. And then we are going to discover some other interesting things on those units. And the other things I want to ask you, if you can comment the menus and everything related to the 2.5 kilowatt unit, the TEX2503TFT. And why TFT? Because it has a touchscreen, a color touchscreen as well. Like for the old school guys, you still have your buttons, so you can navigate in the menu, you can operate the unit with the button, but at the same time you have a color touchscreen that will give you more details on the technical aspects, on measurements and everything. So we're going to see the video and I ask you to comment it.
So that's the video. Press menu and you have all the measurements. PWR is the menu where you could set the power. Then FRQ is for the frequency. You press enter, you see it become red, the measurement, you choose the value.
So it's very user friendly.
Again. You see the lock LED on the far left is going unlit until he locks, and then
so it goes like in a reset mode, and then it goes back to the full power with the new frequency.
And he goes again to the power value you set.
Okay, great.
Okay. So let's see the next one. Next one is the audio menu, where you could choose the mode, mono, stereo, or MPX, the pre-emphasis, all the adjustments for the signals, the input signals. You see mono, stereo, or MPX, that's the pre-emphasis from 0, 50, or 75. You see, like in this way you change the mode of operation. The other one MPX, so he will get the signal from the BNC, mono from the XLR, pre-emphasis if you want to change it. And
so let me stop 1 second the video. I have a question. So can I plug all the audio input in the unit and then select the audio input I want to use?
Yes, that's the main difference, because in the past the TEX was a little, well, was an economic exciter. So you select on the back if you want to enable or not the internal stereo coder and connect only the audio needed. I mean, if you turn on the stereo coder, you have to use the XLR or maybe also the SCA inputs, but not the MPX. And in the same time, if you want to use the MPX, you have to switch off the internal stereo coder and branch only the MPX BNC connector.
So it was physical?
Yeah.
Right
Otherwise,
now
you
have
all mixed
connected
together.
Okay. Yes.
And in this new equipment, you choose the input you want. So you could connect every input and then select it with the touch screen. Okay. Also, all the inputs are adjustable through the screen, because if we could look at the menu of the video. Thank you. Okay, you see adjust mono. Okay, you have all the inputs, and you could change them if you have a different source of signal, of amplitude, sorry. That's the PA menu, where you have the forward reflected, the VPA, the total current. That's the major difference you see. You have all, this unit has 4 pallet because it's the 2.5 kilowatt, and you have all the readings, each current of each MOSFET. That's the, I believe, the main feature for troubleshooting also, because people sometimes go in the station and reads a single value, so they don't know, maybe they're not expert, and so it's not easy also for us to troubleshoot. In this way you could see immediately if you have a blown MOSFET, because there is no current.
So right now we have more detail about the unit.
Yeah.
So it's an easy way to find out what's wrong or if something is happening on the unit itself. Okay. Good to know. So new audio improvement on the selection of the audio, as well from the touch screen, and as well if you are having the telemetry option as well remotely via IP, and as well this possibility in having more details, more measurement on the unit that gives you
about the unit, to know how it's running, if everything is okay.
Okay, so let's continue with the video.
Yep.
So we are in the RTC.
Okay. Yes, that's the RTC menu, where you could choose on a weekly basis. You could 2 times a day change the output power. Okay, maybe I could show you later more deeply on the equipment. FSK is for the United States, I mean, because they need to transmit the radio code every hour. Mix is the menu where you could choose the output of the power on the back, on the DB15, and also if telemetry is fitted, you could see the telemetry address of your card. Okay. That's the last menu, where you could calibrate display. Normally we do this in factory, and check also the software installed on the panel card. Okay, so it's a nice overview on the touch screen and what you can do browsing directly on the color touch screen in front of the transmitter. Very interesting, so thank you. As well, tenemos personas que nos piden de hablar en castellano. Señor, la presentación de hoy día está hecha en inglés, es el lanzamiento en inglés, pero haremos también la presentación en español en las siguientes semanas o en el siguiente mes. La presentación que estamos haciendo hoy es para mostrar a la mayoría de la gente que tenemos 2 nuevas unidades de 2 kW y 2.5 kW, la versión touchscreen, la versión TFT de la nueva generación del equipo TEX, que es el más conocido al mundo. Entonces hablamos de la evolución tecnológica y también hemos hablado también de cómo se ha desarrollado en el sentido de la mecánica también el equipo al externo, no solamente adentro en la parte de tecnología, para que el mantenimiento del transmisor sea el más simple. Entonces tenemos muchísimas cosas nuevas que vamos a averiguar hoy con Giulio Becciani, que está acá conmigo por esta presentación en vivo desde la fábrica central de R.V.R en Bologna, y también al término de este programa usted podrá ir a la página web de R.V.R, que ahora les voy a mostrar acá, y acá en la sección producto FM Transmitters puede buscar los modelos. Ahora estamos hablando del 2503 TFT, y acá puede bajar la olla técnica con los datos y todas las características técnicas, manual usuario y también manual técnico. For those that are listening us in English, so this is the website where you have to go and check for the new TEX2503TFT, and browsing and searching for the products, you can download the technical specs with everything related to this unit and to the 2 kW unit we are going to see in a few minutes. So Giulio, I'm going to show the pictures
of those two new units since the family is growing. We have 2 new units in the catalog, and I would like to check with you something related to the internal part of the unit. So I found you that you were like working on the unit, so let's comment this video.
Okay.
We were in the laboratory.
Yeah.
So here you are just unscrew the top of the unit.
Okay. That's the new unit. It's similar to the old one, but not equal. As you could see in the left part, there is a display, and also we used a new fan. And also, those are the always used power supplies. You see the new fan is thinner as the old one, and also is temperature controlled, because the major thing also, and we adopted fans whose are temperature controlled. So this is the bias card, but you can see it's a little different because it's completely covered by a protection, so the air is flowing freely to the RF part. And here we have 4 MOSFET, and we use the BLF 188 XR palette. And also
let me ask you, this is the planar technology?
No, planar is only a matter of how the external of the MOSFET is made. So you see wires, so it's not planar. That's the difference. That's the driver card. So we changed it also, like in the TEX1002, because now it's uses a different MOSFET, it's more reliable. And that's the back fan. Okay.
So we have seen what's inside the unit, and for those that are just connecting right now, we are presenting the 2 new units from the TEX Next Generation Series, the TEX2503TFT and the TEX2503TFT, both 2 kilowatt unit, 2.5 kilowatt unit, and available on the website of RVR Elettronica, all the technical specs, just to oversee measurement and how we made it. We just oversee the 2.5 kilowatt unit and what's inside the unit itself. And very interesting for those that are joining us but they are in office, you can activate the subtitle here on Facebook, and instead of listening, you can just read the subtitle while you are continuing doing something else. There's something else we need to know on this unit, Giulio?
So yes, one feature I like so much is if you have a fault on a pallet, the equipment automatically detects it, because there is a difference in the absorption of each MOSFET, and it has a derating function, so the power drops to protect himself. So if a MOSFET blown, for example, he goes in a low power mode until you replace the MOSFET, so he detects an equal range of current absorbed by each MOSFET.
Okay, and regarding the fan, we were talking about the fan. So those are like kind of, let's say, more intelligent fan, so they can just adjust automatically according to some external parameters?
The intelligence is not in the fan, but in the electronic circuit inside, who's reading the temperature and changing. They are PWM controlled fans. Okay. So they change the speed according to the temperature.
So we have controls that allows the fan to speed up or slow down depending on the temperature on the
on a icy environment.
Okay.
They will turn at a low speed.
Okay. So I don't know if you want to comment something more about the unit while we are watching it.
This is to explain that the airflow for the cooling for the power supplies is better. Okay, you see, normally we had problems with dust and things on the bias card during many years of working, so we tried to solve those problems, adding a new protection.
Okay, we have a couple of questions.
Sure.
So they're asking us why the 1 kilowatt is smaller respect to this unit, the 2 kilowatt and the 2.5 kilowatt that is bigger in terms of dimension of the unit itself, the rack mount?
I believe because 2 kilowatt is not possible, I think, to put it in a one unit equipment. I believe it's a matter of market, because
let's say that we used to compress the electronics,
yes,
but we do like to provide reliable units. So
yes,
there's a reason, since we have
you couldn't shrink
one rack
it too
unit,
much.
2 rack units, 3
Yes,
rack units, and so on, dimension,
yeah,
just because we don't want to shrink, as Giulio is saying, too much, compromising the stability of the
yeah,
unit itself.
also the reliability, because
Yes.
they will heat up a lot, so you can't have a smaller equipment because they are.
So, just to
Physical
recap
problems.
for those that are watching us, un saludo a los amigos también de Paraguay, tenemos gente de África, gente de Timor-Leste, tenemos un montón de gente de cualquier lado del mundo. Good morning or good evening everyone, depending where you are watching us from. And Giulio, just because we have many people connected, just give me a recap. How many MOSFET are in the new TEX1003 TFT?
Okay, so we have in the TEX2503 TFT we have 4 MOSFETs.
Okay.
In the TEX2000 TFT we have 3 MOSFETs.
And how many in the 1002, in the 1 kilowatt
Only one.
MOSFET? Only one. Okay. Okay.
Always the BLF 188XR. Always the same MOSFET.
Okay. And talking about maintenance, that I know we have several engineers watching us right now. Talking about maintenance, I would like to talk to you about air filters. We know we have a patented air filter right now inside the unit.
Yeah.
You can wash it and reuse it
Yes.
as well, so just to keep the unit.
Yes, no need to trash it if it's filled with dust and dirt. It's enough to remove it, wash it, let him dry, and reinstall it again.
Okay,
It
so
will
for
work.
this reason, I would like to show this video, and you are going to commend me the operation to remove the air filter.
Okay, so to remove the filter, it's enough to remove the screws on the front panel, so you could do it without removing the equipment from the rack, and also without shutting him down. If you could see, I'm working here with 2.5 kilowatt at full power. So you have 6 big screws and 3 small ones. Normally I leave the central one as the last one to avoid the tilting of the front plate. So it's very easy, also safe, because there is no you can't be shocked by the 220. Also, if you have from the AC voltage, also if you have the main switch, because the switch has only 2 contacts, so it's safe to touch and to put hands inside. Okay. Now we are finishing. Okay, that's the last one. You see, the equipment continue to work. Okay, that's the filter. So you remove it in this way. And also on the,
So it's a very easy operation.
yeah, also on the lower part. Okay, that's all. That's the filter. You could wash it, no problem. And the equipment is still working at full power.
Yes, moreover, yes.
Yeah.
The unit is still working. You do not have to switch the unit off. And that's very interesting, very interesting features. So just remove.
Well,
while
if you are
still
not confident,
over
you can
Yes.
shut him off. No
Just
problem.
the good things, after you wash it, you have to dry the filter
Yeah.
well. Do not put it wet inside the unit, right?
Yes, otherwise the humidity will flow inside the equipment. It's not a good idea.
So that's another good point, and we're gonna show as well how you are gonna close the unit. So let's assume we wash it, and then you can put it back easily.
Yes, and from the down side, you see, you put the other filter on the lower part of the display.
Okay, and then After that, we have a very interesting question from
See, you have
one
to
of our
free
guys.
the three isolators, spacers, and that's all. You put the screws in place, and that's all. Finished.
We do have a question, and in the meanwhile, I want to say thank you as well to the guys connected from Philippines, from Honduras, from Perú. Entonces, un saludo también a los amigos de América Latina. Yo sé que tenemos argentinos, peruanos y hondureños que están mirando esta transmisión en vivo por la presentación de dos transmisores nuevos de 2 y 2.5 kW de la línea TFT. Giulio, tenemos una pregunta.
Sí.
We do have a question from a client that is asking us just to check the back of the unit, and we are going to show it. And they're saying where the RDS is going to be placed.
Okay.
So it's an option, of course. So you have to order while you are purchasing the unit. So it's one of the options.
You could use the internal one or the external one as your choice. It's your choice, no problem. But as the other one, as the old one, you have, that's the pilot 19 kilohertz output uses to be used to synchronize the RDS coder, and those one are the one or the other one, doesn't matter, are the SEA input, the service input, where to connect the RDS output of your coder.
Okay. So it will
Also,
be
and then you could adjust the quantity of signal from the front panel, because now we are seeing, okay, if you go to the audio menu, you see SCA1, SCA2.
Okay.
If your coder, for example, or the internal stereo coder is outputting too much signal, so you will have too much deviation on the MPX signal, you could adjust, you see, minus, go up and down, and check also with an instrument of your choice, and check the right quantity of RDS signal inside your MPX transmission.
Okay. Good to know. So I'm gonna show as well like the list of options available on those units, just to have a clear idea. So the TEX 1002, TEX 2003, TEX 2503, specifically 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt, 2.5 kilowatt transmitter from the next generation of the TEX series. They are coming with different options. They could be the iSabu audio input, the RDS. They could be a complete RDS or a basic one if you are looking for something cost effective, and as well remote telemetry. Basic telemetry that allows you to control the unit through a smartphone, any tablet, through any kind of system that has a browser. So it could be any operating system, any browser, and you can control and operate on the unit itself. What we are presenting today are the two units, the TEX 2003 TFT and the TEX 2503. And right now we are going to move on the other unit. So we are going to talk about the 2 kilowatt unit.
Yep.
So what you can tell us about this unit before like watching internally the unit itself?
Practically is very similar, because except for the input splitter, it's only a matter of RF. I mean, the difference is in the RF and in the bias card. The power supply is the same, the panel card is the same, except the software, and the audio part is the same, but we have 3 pallets instead of 4, and also we have a 3-way splitter and a 3-way combiner. The filter is the same, the output filter, and so basically it's a low power version, we could say, of the 2503 TFT.
Okay. Before watching the unit, I still have people saying that they're saying hello to you. They know you. So we have Jet Broadcast. We have people from Indonesia, from Kosovo, from Bolivia, Italy as well, Spain. So thank you for real. Like, thank you for joining us today here live from the RVR headquarters. You know, we have several problems this year in attending international shows. Some are like completely postponed for next year. Some others are in place where we cannot go. So we are presenting online those new units and giving the opportunity to all our customers and to all the broadcasters to discover those two new units of 2 and 2.5 kilowatt. So Giulio, the interesting things we're gonna talk about now is what's inside the 2 kilowatt unit. So let me see you working on this unit and you can comment it.
Okay, that's the unit. You see the power supply part with the fan is the same as the 2503. Same PFC, same power supply, same surge protection circuit, same audio section. They are the same. So the left part is equal. Okay. That's the bias card. Seems the same, but it's not, because you see the hole, the through hole, because it has only 3 MOSFET to control, so it's a different model. And also in this part, you have only 3 pallets instead of 4, but the pallets are the same as the 2503. Driver card is the same. It works only at different output power, because we have 3 MOSFET instead of 4. For the rest is exactly the same equipment.
So this was the 2 kilowatt unit, and I'm showing right now the touchscreen we have in studio, and I'm going to ask you just to complete your explanation about the unit. I know you want to show us the RTC option, the clock that allows people to lower the power.
Yes.
And then we have a couple of questions regarding the power supply and the consumption.
Okay, I introduced it before. So with the RTC option, you have on a weekly basis, you could choose daily 2 values of output power the equipment has to work. Now the time and date are set. So for example, if I choose Monday, you see you have 2 values. Now the time is 24 because the option is disabled. But for example, if I set 6 o'clock, for example, and power at 100%, that means at 6 o'clock in the morning, every Monday at 6 o'clock, he will go to 100%. And if I select on the second event, for example, at 11 in the evening, so 23 hours, I set 50%, you will have in the night, he will go at half power, or the power you set here. And programming all the week, you will have a control of the output on a weekly basis. I think it's better because maybe you have days you want to shorten the low power time and days you want to have it longer. So you choose.
Ok, por los amigos que nos están mirando desde América Latina, de España y que hablan español, y estamos explicando exactamente la nueva función de RTC que ahora está embedida adentro de nuestros equipos de 1, de 2 y 2.5 kW de una nueva línea TEX TFT, y eso te permite elevar la potencia y pautar, hacer una pauta y una programación de cuando la potencia se puede bajar de forma automática por un ahorro de energía eléctrica. Eso te permite de forma diaria y semanal de definir a cuál hora de la noche o del día, dependiendo por su necesidad, se puede bajar la potencia y por un tema de ahorro. Dime, Giulio.
All these settings are adjustable remotely with the web telemetry interface.
Okay.
All of them. As all the other values you see in the screen, they are adjustable and they could be read with the telemetry, the IP telemetry. That's all I want, only to explain better the RTC.
Okay, and then we are going to talk about the power supply, since we are working as well, always in trying to make our units efficiency, green, and trying to let the people save some money on the electrical bill. Yeah. So for those that are watching us right now, we are presenting 2 new units from the RVR headquarters in Italy, the 2 kilowatt unit and the 2.5 kilowatt unit from the new TEX Next Generation Series. And for this reason, I'm going to ask Giulio what kind of power supply, if it's a commercial power supply, if it's something that we manufacture internally with our project. So What you can tell us about these?
They are not commercial power supplies, but they're made not internally, but they're made for us using our specifications. So
it's an RVR project,
yeah,
right?
an RVR project, yes.
Okay.
And they have 95% of efficiency, so they're good. They give a lot of current. I mean, they are not designed to be at limit of the equipment, so they are how could I say, bigger than the needs of the equipment. So we are sure they could last longer because they are not stressed in the transmission during work.
So those are specific power supply made by a project of RVR. So they are not commercial power supply, not something you can just buy as a consumer stuff. So they are made exactly for the FM market for us, just to be sure we are providing you reliability on the units. Es una fuente de poder, estamos hablando de fuente de poder, es una fuente de poder hecha por RVR con un proyecto de RVR y hecha por el mercado del broadcast, de la FM, para que el equipo sea el más confiable, el más seguro posible, porque te pueda garantizar 24 horas al aire. Y eso es algo de importante, porque usted necesita ser al aire 365 días al año. Entonces, son características importantes en el tema de fuente de poder, de ahorro. They are asking me which are the efficiency of the 2 kilowatt and 2.0 kilowatt unit.
Well, the AC efficiency, so the AC line efficiency is better than 70%. I think we could reach 72 with no problems, but so they tell me because I didn't measure them, but they are working good because the efficiency, the RF one is better than 84. So let's remove 10% for the external consumption, fans, display, and all the things. So
the overall is increasing.
For sure better than 70, but maybe something more.
Okay, so we are increasing as well the efficiency. We have a very interesting question about the remote controls and the telemetry. They're asking us, is the telemetry able to send notification by email? Yes. So of course, if there are some problems on the unit, and Giulio can explain it to us in details. So of course you have to order the telemetry option while you're purchasing the unit. It's not coming by default. So if you're having an IP connectivity on your transmitter site, you can control the unit remotely.
Yeah, you could control it, and the equipment sends you also emails in case of failure, and also has SNMP functionalities, so you could set the traps, and he will send you the traps accordingly as you set them. Also, for people who's using SNMP protocol, the MIB files are directly downloadable from the website you find inside the equipment. So when you have the telemetry fitted, you connect it and go in the SNMP menu, and you could download them to be merged in your MIB browser system.
So the information we are seeing on the screen, they can be replicated and they can be available on the telemetry units.
Yes.
So you have the full control of your transmitter side, also if you are not close to the transmitter itself.
Exactly.
So, and you were saying we have more controls now, right?
Yes, you see, the first thing you could see, you have 4 currents. In the past you had only 1, and I think that's the best thing. It's a better thing.
Okay, so we increase
also
the
this
control.
That's the Rtc function. There is a web page inside the telemetry where you could adjust all the parameters, all the FSK.
I know the telemetry option allows you to send up to 4 different notifications to 4 different email addresses. So people can, like 4 people in the radio station, they can receive this notification of alert of some parameters that are out of the range, right?
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, great. So we have seen the 2 kilowatt TEX 2003 TFT, and the 2503 TFT, the 2.5 kilowatt. So very interesting unit available over the market from RVR Elettronica, increasing our catalog of solution for radio station that wants to be over the air 365 days per year with all those functionalities. So thank you, Giulio, for joining me today here. So do you have something more to explain on the unit, some tip and tricks or something that you missed?
Not exactly at the moment, no. I think we have deeply spoken about them.
Okay, so the invitation I'm gonna do to you is to go on our website on www.rvr.it. You select your language and then you go to product, FM transmitters, 2003-2503, 2 kilowatt, 2 kilowatts and a half. You click on the product, you can oversee all the main features, and then you go to documents and you can download technical specs, user manuals, schematics, so you have an idea on this amazing unit released by our research and development department that worked so hard during the COVID period, during the lockdown, just to release this amazing product. So Giulio, I want to thank you again for your availability.
Thank you to you.
So guys, we're gonna talk next month showing you one more unit from the TFT catalog, an amazing unit we're going to launch in October, and then with Giulio we're going to oversee those features for all people interested in high power, because right now we are still in 2 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt and a half. Next month we are going to release something more. Thank you again for watching us. Gracias a todos por seguirnos en vivo acá desde la fábrica central de RVR en Bologna, Italia. Yo soy Matteo Castagnoli y estaba conmigo el ingeniero Giulio Becciani del Departamento de Soporte Técnico. It was a pleasure. Thank you for all the question you made us and all the people that is still watching us live over here. You can see as well this video pre-recorded in the following days on our YouTube channel and as well on Instagram. Thank you again. See you soon here on the RVR Facebook page.